Welcome to the Bottle Poppin' Podcast, where Meg and Heather share their love for oils, friendship, and entrepreneurship. Let's get it poppin'.
Hey everyone, this is Meg.
Hi there, this is Heather.
And we are the Bottle Poppin' Podcast. So Heather, what are we opening up today?
We're popping open a bottle of peppermint, and even taking this lid off and just having it in front of me, it just lifts you up a little bit.
It definitely does. This is by far my most used oil. I love this oil so much. I use it every day. In fact, today, I can already think of 3 ways I've used it.
Share, come on.
And it's not even noon yet. Oh, actually. It's 12:01.
Share the ways you've used this so far today.
So I love this oil in my coffee. I think I've shared this before. When I was younger, like maybe early teenager years, I went to a wedding, and at this wedding they had a coffee bar, and like it was just so cool. It was the first time I'd ever seen anything like that, and they had all these things you could mix into your coffee, and they had peppermint sticks. And I remember stirring my coffee with the peppermint stick, and like number 1, feeling like I was super adult drinking coffee. Yeah. But number 2, I fell in love with the like coolness of mint mixed with the hotness of coffee. And so I still to this day put a few drops of peppermint oil into my coffee every morning. And I love the flavor. I love the taste. I don't struggle with digestive issues, but I do wonder if that's because I put this in my coffee every day. So I'm literally supporting my gut health every day with it as well. So yeah, I've had my coffee with my peppermint today. I also currently have it in my diffuser. So one of my favorite diffuser blends is lemon, lavender, and peppermint. It has a lot of health benefits, but I also just really like the smell of it. And so I felt like that feels like a good oil combo to put in my diffuser today. So probably 2 to 3 drops of each of that. And then I also, I've passed my cold, but I still have this weird cough that just comes on every now and then. And so I've been using peppermint or supermint multiple times a day, just to rub it on my neck, my throat. Like it just gives me a little extra support. So those are the 3 ways that I can think of. I've used it already today. I've probably used it other ways and didn't even think about it.
Out of curiosity, you said you put a couple of drops into your coffee. Is it really a couple or just 1?
Oh yeah, no, it's like probably 3.
And is this 1 cup of coffee, or do you use multiple cups to fill a bigger container?
No, it's just 1 cup, but I do brew 12 ounces of coffee for myself.
So interesting, because 1 drop is plenty for me in a cup of coffee. So wow, because even bringing it close to my mouth, like as I'm going to take a sip, that sharpness of the peppermint, you breathe it in. And so 1 drop is plenty. I'm impressed with your 3 drops, your strength, Meg.
I really like peppermint. I went to a networking thing one time, and I brought my own coffee, and it had the peppermint in it. And some guy walked up to me, was talking to me, like introducing himself, welcome to the group, that type of thing. And he's like, "Are you like wearing peppermint? Why do I smell mint so strong?" And I was like, "It's in my coffee." He's like, "You have mint coffee?" I was like, "Yes, I do." I'm the weird girl who really likes mint.
So the scent is minty. That's obvious. I think it smells exactly like what you expect peppermint to smell like. But I will say that it also smells sharp to me, versus they came out with Japanese peppermint a few years ago, and it smells softer to me. Do you agree with that?
It's funny. I don't necessarily think of this one as being sharp, but I definitely do think Japanese is softer.
And so putting the bottle directly up to my nose, it does not smell as sharp to me as if I put a drop directly from the bottle under my tongue or have it in my coffee. And the reason I say that is, again, because when I'm putting it towards my mouth, between my nose and my eyes, I feel that mint come through, and that's where the sharpness feels. But I guess scent-wise, it doesn't feel as sharp straight from the bottle.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that. They do sell this as beadlets as well. And so that's a really good way to, if you're going to do it internally, get super burst of minty freshness.
So that's a quarter drop. I just did a drop directly under my tongue from the bottle. And that's where you feel, woo, hello, I am awake. So when we go on long road trips, you've had your cup of coffee, you've been driving all day, we don't want more coffee. Peppermint is our go-to for that. And so, we'll both be sitting in the front seat. Whoever's driving will ask the other person to get out the peppermint, put a couple of drops in each person's hand. We're rubbing our hands together, rubbing it all over the back of our neck. There's no discussion with the kids. This is just my husband and I in the front seat.
Yeah.
Within seconds, somebody in the back seat is like, it's peppermint. And we're like, we're driving. We can use whatever we want to stay awake. They don't like the smell of peppermint. That said, one day my daughter was just her stomach was upset. She ate too many things she shouldn't have and she knew better, but she was willing to do it until her stomach got upset. So she's complaining about it. I was like, I know you don't like the sensation. They don't like the cooling of the peppermint. So I said, I know you don't want it on your belly. I have peppermint beadlets. Would you like to just swallow one? Don't let it pop in your mouth because then you'll get that peppermint flavor. But if you just swallow it, and again, quarter drop, within 20 minutes, she said, you know what? My stomach feels better. I'll have the peppermint whenever you need me to. So,
Good.
She recognized how much it helped her for her digestive stuff. And so since then, she's had another incident where her stomach was upset. And I was like, do you want a beadlet? She's like, yes, please.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, but neither of them like the cooling sensation of peppermint on their skin versus I like it when we're, again, road tripping and I put it on the back of my neck. It feels it helps wake you up again.
It does. Well, and I love it when it's just super hot outside too, depending on the back of your neck.
Yes. A couple years ago, I actually did a spray bottle of peppermint and lavender and we carried it with us all summer. I think I put like water or I don't know if I did some witch hazel or
I've
something.
done it with water. Yeah.
Just water. Okay. And then we just sprayed that on when we were getting hot outside. And it works as a bug repellent too. And so using it outside, that was another good benefit of that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's super effective. I added lavender as well. I don't know what the purpose of that is. Do you?
It was just a different scent to combine it with for my kids.
Okay. Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. But yeah, that is super refreshing. So of course we both live in Texas and that is needed if you're going to do, especially like an outdoor event where you're going to be out for multiple hours. You shake up the bottle since oil and water don't really mix, but then it gives you a fine mist of the peppermint everywhere and it's super cooling and it lasts. Not for hours and hours, but it lasts for a little bit too, which is kind of nice.
Well, and I know we're about reusing things or recycling. And so those little On Guard hand sanitizing bottles are perfect for this type of thing. As soon as we run out of the hand sanitizing mist, I've got a little collection going up these bottles because I feel like it's such an easy size to fill for this type of reason. And then I just usually put some sort of sticker or tape on it saying what it is, and it can go in my bag really easily. So I like to reuse those.
Yeah, super smart. Super smart.
This was probably one of my husband's gateway oils because in the afternoon, again, just sitting at his desk at work, he didn't want to have another cup of coffee. So 3:00, he would start applying this on his neck just to kind of keep him a little bit more awake. This is an oil that is always in my purse, whether I'm sitting in car line and need a pick me up, I'm about to walk into an event and I need a breath refresher. And just a little side note, more and more oils are starting to travel in my purse so much that it makes a little bit of a jangle. And my husband was like, how many oils do you have in this purse the other day? And I'm like, they're all for certain reasons, or I need another one. So I bring it with me too, but I can't take the other ones out. I need to go back to those little oil keychains at some point.
Yes, you do. Yeah, I do have this one in my purse too, but it's in the oil keychain thing. But I say that, but I also have a roller of it in my purse right now just because I've been using it along my throat, like I said, just to help quench the need to cough in public.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an external cough drop almost.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I like that.
And it might all be in my head. Who knows? But it's effective for me. So
I think that if that works, that is great.
Mm-hmm.
The peppermint, you said it comes in the touch roller. It comes in the 15 ml bottle. It comes as the beadlets, and it also comes in a variety of doTERRA's blends too. So it's in Breathe. It's in the Tri-Ease Softgels, which is the peppermint, lemon, and lavender, like you were talking about before. Deep Blue's got peppermint in it, I think, right?
I think so. Yep.
So you can get the peppermint in a lot of different ways.
Formats. Did
Yes.
you say Motivate? Because I like it in Motivate as well.
Oh, I totally forgot that it's a Motivate. No.
Yeah. You could make your own version of Motivate almost with just peppermint and wild orange in the diffuser. It smells so good.
Yes, but don't you remember when we did the Motivate episode, how many oils are actually in the Motivate blend? It was shocking because I thought it was just peppermint and orange too.
Yeah, it's way more than that, but this is the cheater version.
Yeah. Yeah, basic version. You can use peppermint oil all three ways. You can use it aromatically. We've talked about in the diffuser. You can use it topically for that cool sensation. You can use it internally in your coffee like Meg, or drop under your tongue like I've said. But I also like the emotional properties that the Essential Emotions book talks about too. It's the oil of the buoyant heart. And so it talks a lot about how if you need a small escape from stressors that you're going through or emotional issues, that you can use peppermint as a temporary escape. The interesting part is it talks about it really needing to be temporary, not a permanent escape, because we need to be able to deal with emotional pain, or it can hinder growth and progress. So I thought that was interesting too, that, you know, they really point out that this is for temporary use of emotional escape. Don't just escape with peppermint every single day.
Right. Which is maybe what I've been doing for years now and didn't even realize it. Oh,
hey, if it works, it works.
It works. It definitely works. It makes me happy to smell this. So, yeah.
It is uplifting. It doesn't say that anywhere but in the description part, but I feel like this definitely falls into an uplifting oil.
I totally agree. And I think somewhere I did read that it was uplifting. Well, maybe alertness is what I was thinking.
Alert, optimistic. Yeah. I see all those words, but the word uplifting, I guess, is usually associated more with citrus oils, but this one feels uplifting too.
Yeah. In the Advanced Oil Magic book, it says that it can be used for low energy and mental fog. So I guess that's also uplifting.
Yeah, I think I've heard about this and rosemary being put together for when you're studying for something or having to sit there and take a test or be on a computer for a long time. It helps with that alertness and focus.
Yeah. Yeah. It has a lot of uses. You don't want to get it in your eyes. So just throw that out there. But I mean, honestly, I guess I don't need to throw that out there. You don't want any essential oil in your eyes.
No, you don't, but you definitely don't want any mint related essential oils anywhere near your eyes. It is not fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything else on this one?
I don't think so. Peppermint is a loved one at our house. My kids, again, are becoming
slowly.
They're slowly coming over to peppermint as they find that, it actually has quite a few uses that we need too. So even though they don't like the cooling or the sharpness of it, they like the benefits of it.
Yeah. Well, I love this one. Definitely top. I assume when we do our top picks every year, peppermint has been on my list.
Well, and it is one of the top sellers for doTERRA too. It's in almost all of the kits that you can purchase. And I think this is one of their best sellers.
Well, and this is also the oil that if you are a member with doTERRA, when you renew your membership, it's just $25, but you get this oil for free. And doesn't this cost $24?
It is $25 on wholesale.
Oh, $25. Okay. Yeah. So you get this oil for free when you renew. So that has been helpful to me as well, because it's not one I ever want to run out of. All right. Well, we hope that you have learned something new about peppermint and are reaching for it right now after listening to this episode to either give you a little lift in mood or energy or to cool you off, whatever it might be. Thank you so much for taking time to listen today. We'll have a brand new episode next Friday.
Thanks for tuning in. For more information, you can follow these bottle poppin' ladies at bottlepoppinpodcast.com. Tune in next week to learn about what bottle we're popping. Until next time, take care. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This podcast is not intended to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease.